year, everybody?
2018. Kick that stupid 2017. That was a bad year for me.
Why?
I got hurt a lot, sick in that year.
I don't remember that. Well,
Yeah.
anyway.
Actually, that happened every year.
Well, I thought 2017 was, it was an okay year.
Well, yeah. Oh, and that was the year we started Farson Gaming.
So that was good.
Yeah.
But today we're going to talk about some of our favorite games that we played in 2017.
Yep.
So,
Luigi's Mansion, that's just for every year.
So of course, played Luigi's Mansion, probably played through it 6 or 7 times, I'd say, last year.
I just played it like a week ago.
Always playing, so I guess that'll be always on. And just to be clear, this is not games that only came out in 2017, since that came out well before. These are just games we enjoyed playing in 2017.
Yeah.
So Luigi's Mansion, and we're moving on.
Wait.
Thought we'd talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, never mind.
What's
Was there anything new that you found playing it in 2017? Anything that made it different?
Nope. Oh, I gotta show something real quick.
He's showing his Christmas present. So we're currently. I got him. This is the Nintendo Power official Luigi's Mansion guide, and we're about halfway through reading it, and we've actually learned a few things that we didn't know by reading it. So that's pretty cool.
Inspector, you guy's actual name.
Professor, not Inspector.
Professor, okay.
Yeah, but we found out what the E stands for.
Yeah, and then we figured out his real name, Professor Elvingad.
Elvin, who knew? But we found a few things that we're gonna try on our next playthrough once we finish reading, and then the other one he was showing us for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
Yeah, well, we didn't make a video for that yet. We'll make a video for it sometime.
Tripod. Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, and then we also learned that you can freeze the boos and make them slow down.
Yeah, there's a few things we'll try. Maybe we could talk more about that when we're done. Mario Odyssey, Bennett mentioned. Definitely one of the best games we played this year.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Love it.
I don't want to say too much about it for no spoilers since it's still kind of new.
Everyone's already seen everything to do with it.
Okay.
You can say whatever you want.
You're a hat.
Spoiler warning.
You're a hat and you can control.
Well, you're not the hat.
Well, you're Mario and he has like a life hat thing.
I mentioned before, Mario 64 is my favorite game. Really blew me away when it came out. This definitely has a Mario 64 vibe. It's like if they took everything I loved about Mario 64 and made a modern gen game of it. So I just really enjoying that, and all the stuff with Cappy really brought in a lot of great new things.
Like you could be bad guys.
Yeah, the possession stuff, just the running around and moving as Mario's never felt better. It's just wonderful. It's so fluid. I've never been like amazing at controlling Mario games. I'm fine at them, but definitely I feel like I can do more with this one than ever before. So Mario Odyssey, fantastic. Lots of great surprises. I was so happy after we finished the main story and then we got to the Mushroom Kingdom and got to see all this Mario 64 inspired stuff now in HD. Really makes me want a HD Mario 64 where they tighten up the controls a little bit and maybe add a little more to it.
Yep, and then next up is Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, amazing game. That's probably my top game of the year. As much as I love Mario and I've always been a Mario guy, I've also always enjoyed Zelda. It took me a little longer. Of course, Mario is something more my speed as a kid, but as a teenager and stuff, I got more into Zelda, and we've played through several of them together. I know the first one that we played together was Skyward Sword, and then we played Wind Waker. Bennett's played through a lot of that on his own. This was a Zelda besides Wind Waker that really grabbed his attention, though, so that's kind of cool. And then I really just it does so much right and does such amazing things with this new open world mechanic. when you hear something like that, you think, "Oh, how's that work with Zelda?" Or that seems like kind of tacked on, or it doesn't make sense. But it does when you play it. There's things about it that don't feel quite as Zelda-y. There's things I'd like to see on the next one. I'd like to see more dungeons, larger dungeons. I'd like to see... I don't really like the... I mean, people seem to love or hate the breakable weapons. I don't hate them, but I don't like it that much either. I think they could go back to non-breakable weapons.
Why
but...
not? Why breaking? Why is that? At least the Master Sword doesn't break.
Yeah, I mean, it is cool that it makes you try a lot of new things instead of relying just on one thing. I do like the freedom of being able to do anything in any order you want. Something we saw a little bit of with A Link Between Worlds, so I think that's something that should continue. Most things about it I think are great. So, what other games? Cuphead was fantastic. Still have to go back and try to get through it. I only got about halfway through before it started getting really kind of hard. Playing it together was also like a whole new set of challenges and interesting. It's very different playing one player and two player on there because there's just so much going on, so chaotic. Such a beautiful game though. Love that 1930s cartoon aesthetic. It's just fantastic looking. You could really tell how much they put into every single image on the screen, but so hard. I wish that there was some way of telling how far you are on the bosses before you die. There's nothing more aggravating than dying and seeing that you were like this much left on the boss. You might have changed your strategy on how you're playing a little if you knew how close you were to certain things. So a couple things that could be improved, but overall fantastic game. Let's see, another...
I guess Spider-Man, whatever it's called.
Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah.
That's been a really fun one. We play that a lot. We just made a video about that I don't know if we're putting it up first or second, but you'll be able to see that.
That's why I see this toy, and then and if this one comes out before the other one, probably be thinking, why is this one not open? But I mean open, but on the other one starts to open because I made that video before this one.
Behind the scenes.
Let's see.
Yeah, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, especially the Spider-Man noir portions of the game, fun.
Yep, love New York.
And looking forward to seeing if this new Spider-Man coming for PlayStation 4 is going to be as cool as everyone's hoping.
Isn't it going to also come for Xbox One?
No, it's a Sony exclusive.
Well, most of the games for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are just the same.
That's true. Another game that I finally got to in 2017 was Portal 2. And that game, I loved all the puzzles. You have to think in such interesting ways to get through. A few times I had to look things up, especially playing with Bennett. If he was watching, he doesn't have the patience to see me sit there for half an hour figuring something out.
Patience!
So we'd look it up sometimes. But really, really fun, really engrossing. Very different than a lot of the stuff we usually play. I love the way it kind of put you in that world. Definitely felt more like a PC game I was playing, although we did play it on PlayStation 3, which I don't play too much on PC, but because mostly it's just easier for me to play on console, and I like the controller type. But I'm getting a little more into it now that we got some controllers for the PC. But really funny stuff with the robots and everything coming up on that.
Yep, and listen to the song at the end.
And the song, everything about it's just classic. I could see why people love it.
Yep.
And was there any other games you wanted to highlight as being great in 2017?
Well, what's that mystery game for PlayStation 3? You know, where the guy solving crimes?
Oh, L.A. Noire?
Yeah, L.A. Noire.
L.A. Noire, pretty cool. We still gotta finish that one up. That one's pretty fun though.
I play most of usually. Sometimes that's my dad role, but basically, it's that you start off like kind of like as a like cop, and then like the farther you get, like the more bigger crimes you have to solve, and then like also like so each stage like it's like 3 crimes you have to solve, and then after those you get like a different kind of job and like newer better clothes first
As you solve, you move up in the ranks.
Yeah.
If you've seen LA Confidential, which is a movie that I really like, it's definitely inspired by that kind of world, like 1920s Hollywood, and I like that it has, since you're like a 1920s Hollywood detective, you're writing down stuff in your notebook, and then if you want to look at your stuff, you have to look through your notebook and see your notes and stuff like that. You got to drive to the places. It feels very like old school in that way, which is cool. Does a good job of world building.
Yeah, and then like first, like you saw like robberies and like people stealing stuff, and then second stage like a real detective, and then you saw like 3 crimes that have to do with cars, and then now the one I'm on the second crime right now, which is the Larry Starling murders. So yeah, and then also other things that when you play it gives a few different things. It's either now like you're in gun battles, or like you're in punching battles, or you're chasing people really fast, or people on the run. And then also,
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And the face recognition stuff, the way they captured it was cool.
Yeah, and basically it's a lot of cool stuff. And then also like sometimes you like catch people and you're asking them questions. Police department, then you could kind of like tell by the places like if they're lying or not. You could push different buttons to give them a different answer, like if you believe them or not and stuff.
That part's cool. And then I hear the Switch version has a few new elements to it and new ways you can handle that kind of stuff, and works even a little better. So it might be interesting to try.
Yeah.
I think the last game we should talk about is Punch Out. Played a lot of Punch Out in 2017.
Yeah.
It's a game that I've always been aware of, but I don't know that I ever really sat down and played it.
It's kind of like more my game. Like I played it a lot.
Well, we both played it quite a bit.
Yeah,
I taught you some stuff on it.
Yeah, I literally even got farther than my dad though, because for most of the characters I got past by watching my dad play. Same thing for Luigi's Mansion too.
Well, you didn't get farther than me on that because I beat it. But anyway, Punch Out, awesome, super classic, very easy to get into, really fun. Once you master things, they get so much easier. But we haven't finished it yet. We've not gotten to Mike Tyson and beat Mike Tyson, but
I did. What's the code?
You didn't beat him.
Hey, you knocked me out quick. He's super hard.
But really fun, great game. We liked it so much we bought the box copy. We made a video about that, where you could see him punch me in the face. All the music's wonderful, all the sound effects, everything about it's just funny and cool, and feels of that time when I was growing up.
It's one thing also. Is that like the sounds in the game, kind of like even if you're not looking, you could like just listen to the different parts and then play it still. And then like when my friend Adrian was here, subscribed to him, he's on 5 Team once, and we're playing Punch Out, and he was at my house. And then we're doing challenges. We're playing it for our eyes closed. We both actually beat people, but only the early people, because it's really hard to your eyes closed. But you get to listen to the memorable sound effects.
Should have done a video on that. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say about gaming in 2017?
Radical.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't mention any Call of Duty.
Other time.
All right. Well, those are some of our favorite games that we played in 2017. Hopefully 2018 will have as many awesome games.
Awesome! Green Goblin! Peace.
Exactly.
Oh, dope.